What's going on, guys? My name is Paranormal Talks and welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for all the love and support while I've been away, and seeing some of the stories you guys have had at some of the locations I've spoken about has been amazing, and just to see people connecting in the comments has also been amazing as well. I guess a lot more people than just me love learning about scary or haunted locations in our own backyard, and today we have two very fun locations located south of Perth in Bustleton and Margaret River. I lost access to this account just after I posted those videos, and I've managed to get this account back, and I'm really excited to be bringing you some more scary stories. And if you guys have any stories from any of these locations, then definitely comment them down below and I'll respond and we can discuss your scary experience. But I'm excited to jump into this one today, with the first one being the Cape Naturaliste Lighthouse. So I was actually wrong with the Cape Naturaliste Lighthouse being in Bustleton. It's actually more towards Eagle Bay. But Cape Naturaliste Lighthouse is very interesting because there's two figures that prominently feature in a lot of the scary stories from around this location, and that's being Happy Harry and Bloody Mary. Now, Bloody Mary is a name often associated with other haunted sites, and there's a few games that you can play that trigger Bloody Mary in certain mirrors with candles and lights and that sort of thing. But Happy Larry is said to be the ghost of a man named Harry Blamire, a young man who died back in the 1800s. Now, he's said to be seen around the lighthouse in certain times of night and actually during late afternoons as well. There's been many sightings of Harry and also Mary, and people that visit this lighthouse often feel like they're being watched and like there's someone around when they're in groups. And there's actually a recorded story here from Reddit about somebody who spoke to someone behind them in a tour group that actually wasn't there, which is quite terrifying to say the least. But this location, there's supposedly ghost activity that's not just focused on the lighthouse as well, but on two cottages that were once home to the lighthouse keepers and their families. So there could be some leftover energy left over from the lighthouse keepers and their families, but the fact that there's two cottages as well as this lighthouse makes it even more scary. So the Happy Harry story could be just lore around this area, because upon my investigations, there's been no recorded deaths at the lighthouse. The Cape Naturaliste Lighthouse isn't as high as the Cape Leeuwin Lighthouse, which we'll talk about shortly, but the lighthouse was built in 1903 from limestone blocks, which were quarried from an area near Bunker Bay. And this location, if you've been there before, is an absolutely beautiful one. So if you do want to investigate or check this location out for yourself, I highly recommend checking it out. But it's a very beautiful spot, and if there's ghosts here, then it makes it a little bit more interesting. But let's move on to the second lighthouse that we want to talk about in today's video. There's also been no recorded deaths around Cape Leeuwin Lighthouse, but there's speculation that this location could be haunted. Now, I believe this is just lore spread through the two sister lighthouses just to make sure people visit both. But the Cape Naturaliste Lighthouse does have the stories of Happy Harry and Bloody Mary. This location doesn't, and there's been no deaths recorded here, as I've said, but there could be a portal located on site. There's a lot of lore based on a portal being on the Cape Leeuwin Lighthouse, and people believe that the ghosts that are referenced at Cape Naturaliste Lighthouse could be transported or be venturing from one location to the next. Now, it's very interesting to see this because portals obviously are two mirrors facing each other. It could be a body of water or it could be a light source. This makes it extremely interesting when talking about these two locations because they're surrounded by water and are also very old buildings. And I really like learning about this sort of stuff. Portals and associated with ghosts and hauntings really do intrigue me, and I just want to go visit these locations again and just see for myself. I haven't been at either of these locations for a long time, and I do think maybe it's time for a revisit. Now, in my recent videos that I posted back in January, I mentioned a certain light goal to go visit these locations, and I need to get myself a camera and some gear sorted because we smashed the light goals. I wasn't expecting anything like that, but I'm not sure if we're going to put a like goal in this video. I might venture down to Cape Naturaliste and visit myself and see what they think, but maybe I need to get some friends together and go visit some of the other locations that I did videos on. But if you guys want to know about any location or have heard about any locations that you want me to talk about in these videos, then definitely let me know down below. I have a couple from Albany that I want to talk about soon as well, and a few other locations located closer to the Perth city. So it's going to be interesting to see if I can get a lot more information and research done on those and present them to you guys. But I'm going to be making these videos hopefully regularly, maybe 1 or 2 a month. But yeah, definitely let me know if you have anything in mind that you want me to talk about. But thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys for all the love and support, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.